All right, welcome back to the Mind of Nobodies, and today we're going to talk about a little bit of everything. How music makes you feel sometimes, you know what I mean? From good to bad, from bad to worse, from this person's bad to that person's bad, all that stuff. And since we're going to do kind of like a guys' night, including Bobby, we're going to talk a little bit about the fight, who's seen it and how y'all felt about it, all right? So, right now, we're here with
Fabi,
Elijah,
Dexter,
Jay,
Miguel,
and we got wands on the ones and twos, you know? So,
sorry.
today most of the ladies are sick, so if y'all don't want to tune in, don't tune in. But if y'all want to hear some crazy stuff that the girls can't fight us about, tune in.
hey, we still got Fabi here. You know she holds it down.
I know how to
Representing the crew.
Oh yeah.
All right, so
Representation of all women.
right. I'm every woman. But yeah, all right. So, before we get into how music makes you feel, let's talk a little bit about the fight. Y'all cool with that?
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm okay.
So I mean, cause that's what we were literally talking about before we started our show today. I didn't get to see the fight because I was turning up at a music. No, I was turning up at a little rave, and when I say I was turning up, I was not in this round. So,
and we know how music makes you feel.
facts. So we gonna get onto that when we get onto that. Hey Dexter, can you start us off with the Ryan Garcia?
Yeah, to me it was a
Well,
great fight.
before.
Okay.
That's
Tell us where they can find us, man.
Yeah.
People that listen to us.
Yeah, if you're looking for us, you can find us
You
at
can move that
YouTube.
over.
You can find us at YouTube Minds of Nobodies, Facebook Minds of Nobodies, Instagram Minds of Nobodies. I don't think we got Twitter yet, but when we do, it's gonna be Minds of Nobodies.
What's it called now? X.
Yeah, X. You know, it shows my age, I guess. Huh? And then, what's the TikTok? You can find TikTok Minds of Nobodies.
Just push that one to the middle.
Yeah.
Right there's where.
But with the fight, it was wild, man. Going into it, I thought Ryan Garcia was gonna win, but he had been acting so crazy on like social media platforms and stuff like that, so I didn't put no money on the fight. But if I was gonna fight, me and my friend were talking about it before the fight. I was like, I'm going with Garcia, you know. And he didn't let me down. You know, he did win. I should have bet money on him, you know. But yeah, it's a wild turn of events. You know, he came in 3 pounds overweight, so he couldn't take the belt, you know. But
I was actually reading a little bit on that him acting crazy and doing all that was actually intentional before the fight, so he become the underdog. So we were talking about that.
Well, so I just looked it up. So they don't have any regulation on you betting on yourself.
Oh, okay.
So you can bet on yourself. You just can't bet against yourself.
Okay.
Right? Because that's when you can get into like throwing it. So you have to bet for you to win in order to do it.
Okay, so that's what he did, and fucking made himself the underdog by making himself look crazy.
Yeah.
Making everyone think like, oh man, he's good, but is he this good? I thought he was gonna lose. I honestly did not think he was gonna win.
Yeah.
I was like, his last fight, he got rocked.
Wow.
So he needed this win. I was like, you know what? I was pleasantly surprised though. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, homie got game, and he was smart because he bet $2 million on himself and what, $12 million?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, and by being the underdog, by being crazy, by like, he was drinking a beer at the weigh-in.
Yeah.
Like, that's like what. He paid $1.5 million for being 3 pounds over.
He did get the money, but he didn't get the belt. So
No.
maybe to him the respect was more.
He needed
just
it.
knowing that, like, I'm gonna put you on the ground. I don't need your belt. But
And he also paid $1.5 million for missing weight.
Did he?
Yeah, for being 3 pounds overweight.
That's
So yeah, so right off of the bat, I think he didn't want the title. He knew he wasn't going to make weight. That's why he said, "Fuck it, I'll pay it." I mean,
No,
he
but
won.
you know what it is?
What?
Ryan Garcia doesn't need a title. He's one of the most famous boxers, even if he's not top 10, because
Of
his
clout.
following is huge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's why a lot of people don't respect him. But after this, they're going to look at him a little different, aren't they? So I was like, all right.
For sure.
I will say this. I like how David Haney fights. He fights great.
Yeah, he's
But he
a good
doesn't have
fighter.
punching power.
No.
He always gets tagged. Always.
I wanna rematch with
Especially
Tate now.
at the end of the fight. Round 11 or 12, he gets tagged and he gets wobbled. Always, every single fight he had, especially when he stepped up and level. How do you think that Garcia, who has heavy hands, quick hands, is not going to touch the chin? That's the one thing I didn't understand, why people thought that Haney was really the favorite in this fight, when I seen him get tagged many times and I seen Garcia knock people out. It just didn't make any sense to me.
The reason why Ryan was the underdog.
Yeah, people underestimated.
Well, not even that. You just got to get the belts. You know what I'm saying? Like, proof's in the pudding. He got 3 belts.
Yeah.
I don't like David Haney.
That's true.
I think he's trash. You know what I'm saying?
Who?
Because David Haney.
Okay.
Like, I thought Lomachenko beat him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the thing is, when you have the belts, and if you're just going by numbers, you're gonna win. That's the facts. That's why, like, you know.
Mayweather was the pioneer in that, though. He was he played the sport. He didn't fight. He played the sport.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's why he is great. You know.
Well, and it showed too, because once Haney got robbed, he kept stumbling a lot, and the referee kept saying no knockdown, no knockdown. Like,
I see
like
that.
you know he's hurt. Like
that referee put his mortgage on the fucking
Yeah,
line.
he-
Yeah, money on that bad boy. Because everyone was saying like, really,
Yeah.
really, all right,
He
no, I
could've
only had
said.
money on it.
Yeah, he got to fight Javante though.
Yeah, I want to see a rematch.
Haney or
No, well,
Garcia?
Haney don't have to now. Garcia already got beat.
Garcia, yeah.
Yeah, but he was injured going into
I
that.
don't want to hear that. He got beat.
Yeah.
Loss is a loss.
Tank even
Yeah.
knew
If you
he
go
was
in there
hurt. He
knowing that
posted
you're
it.
not in 100, you're taking
I
that
mean,
risk.
I feel you know what I'm saying, but at the same spot, if I know I'm not 100 and I still step in, and he did rock, you know,
I mean,
Tank's my guy.
that's
Tank
hard.
wins hands down, but
That's hard. I want a rematch.
he did not
I want
take
to see
down
both of the
Garcia?
best. Yeah.
he did
I
not
think
take
it's
down
gonna
in
be
the
the
first.
same.
I think he did
I think
not
it might
take
be.
down in the
Honestly,
first
I think it
round.
might be, but I think it's kind of like Canelo with Mayweather. He never got the rematch, but
Right.
Canelo's loss to Mayweather humbled him,
Yeah,
made him
made him
better,
better.
made him better.
Right.
And I think
But I feel like, but the
Mayweather
thing
played the
is,
sport, but they never had the rematch to actually go.
But you get the rematch. You don't deserve it.
Oh man, I don't know.
But
I
the
don't
crazy
know.
thing is, a lot of people have. So Madonna's gotten a rematch with Mayweather, right?
yeah, Maidana.
All right. The thing is, when people's like, oh, he wasn't this good at the time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they step back into the ring. They're stepping into the ring with someone who's like, all right, you came at me once already.
Yeah.
I whooped your butt.
Mm-hmm.
You come at me again. All I'm doing is working on sharpening my skills. So when you come into a ring again, no matter what you think you're coming at me with, I'm still gonna be that much better. And
You think that?
Yeah.
You would think that. You would think that, but that's not always how it pans out.
Not only do I think that,
Pacquiao's a perfect example of that.
What rookie did
Pacquiao did
Canelo
this
just
2017.
lose against?
No, he's lost, and
It
then come back
wasn't
for
the
the
last
rematch
fight,
and
but
won.
the fight before that. You
Same
know what
with
I mean?
Nah,
Be bold. Be bold.
No,
He's
not against Mayweather.
rookie.
No.
Be bold.
That would
was
be
a
Mayweather because he
professional.
stopped at 54
And he was
fights.
a
So we
champion.
got all this.
He was a champion 3 weight classes up, so he was way bigger than Canelo in all sense of the word.
Yeah.
Ah.
See, but Canelo got big after he fought Mayweather.
Yes,
Yes,
100%.
exactly.
100%. No, Mayweather humbled him because Mayweather showed him this isn't a fight, this is a sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
He
that's
showed him the way.
yeah.
So
Exactly. So even by losing to a great, you lose to a great. It's like getting balled up by Jordan. You think you're gonna care like the motherfucker beat by 100-1? No, you're gonna be like, I gotta play with Jordan.
Right, and everybody wants Canelo to get back in with Mayweather, and then, like you said, Mayweather showed you this isn't a fight. This
It's a
is
sport,
sport, right?
yeah.
Canelo's gonna get in there, and he's gonna be like, "This isn't a sport. This is me getting my ass
No,
whipped
I
again."
feel like Canelo's
Yeah, I
learned
put
from
money
that.
on Canelo on that one.
I've seen
Honestly, I think he
him
learned.
fight since he fought Mayweather, and he is more meticulous in his movement.
What, Canelo?
Yeah, he's not trying to take your head off.
So
all
do you
the
think
time.
Canelo will win?
Not since
No,
you
I
fought
don't know.
him.
I don't think he win.
That'd be a good fight. It'd be a good fight, but it'll never happen.
It would be a good
It'll never happen.
be a nice thing to watch.
maybe when they're
again, but-
50 or
yeah.
something like that. You
It's
know,
never
Mike
gonna
Tyson's
happen.
coming back, so
No, it's like watching Willis and Chavez fighting in his prime.
Is Mike Tyson really fighting Paul?
yeah.
I heard, yeah, but it's a clout fight, and he's gonna knock the shit out of him, dude. Mike
I-
Tyson's a fucking a
See,
monster.
he has to because his legacy is that. So if he doesn't, he's throwing away his whole legacy to fight a YouTuber. I feel.
Dude,
like.
he's like
Paul
62
years
years old.
Paul wouldn't have gotten in the ring with
Well,
Mike
that's not
Tyson when
That's
everybody
what I'm
felt like
saying.
Mike Tyson was just like crazy, you know what I'm saying? But now that people have had podcasts and gotten to know how nice Mike Tyson is, it's easier to be like, oh yeah, I'll get in the ring because they're sympathizing with Mike Tyson now, and they understand that he's human.
Yeah,
you know
he's
what I
always
mean.
been
Like,
human.
hey, check on me too. You know what I mean.
Fame is a monster,
right?
bro.
He
They would
was a
demonize
beast
you.
a little while.
Who?
Tyson.
Mike Tyson's still
Yeah.
a beast, you know, but
he said
it's
that he's
easier to
human
get it.
too. I was like, he hasn't always been human. He had that switch turned on, that beast mode activated.
Hey, man,
I think he had to though.
I think he
because
still
he
has
felt like
that
the world
switch.
was against
Oh,
him.
yeah.
So if no one has your back, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna fight the world. If no one has your back, so you're always got your guard up. Now that it's like, hey, you've heard from Mike Tyson, you sympathize with Mike Tyson. The world doesn't all, the world's not all against you. So it's like, I can show my sensitive side more. But back then he couldn't show that to everybody.
Yeah.
He only showed it to certain people, and the people he showed it to, he would have died for those people. You know what I mean? But now they're like, oh, we've seen his story, we see who he is, we've heard his podcast. We're not just sympathizing with him, but we know that when he gets in the ring, he's not there to kill us. Back in the day, everyone was scared. Oh, we talk about him so much, he's there to kill us. He'll bite our ear off.
Tyson,
Right.
You got a smoker over here. Tyson, what you
Yeah.
talking about?
All right, listen. So, Fabi's over here, and we have to get her involved. So we're gonna start her off with some music notes, and find out what she likes in music. What type of music like gets you in what type of mood?
Now, so you can get better context, right? Because
Okay,
I'm the one
yeah.
who brought this up.
Yeah.
We still caught it.
I need another one talking about that. You
Oh,
want
shoot.
Right.
Hold on.
All right,
So,
no,
so you
yeah,
can get
wait.
better context.
Okay.
I heard this song this weekend, and it really hit me hard to the point that I shed a few tears twice.
Okay.
And I'll tell you all about it. But you know, sometimes you're at the gym, you're working out, you're tired, and you hear a certain song, and it gets you going. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
me, I
Pump
put some
the jam.
reggaeton, I put some hip hop, because even when I'm tired and I feel like I want to dance to that song, then I keep going. It's like, okay, I'm not tired. I can
Yeah.
keep going. So that's why I kind of wanted to get everybody's perspective. Like,
Okay.
you know, music does touch your soul, and so you know, I want to hear, you know, how to touch you. No homo or no diddy.
Well, hey, the R. Kelly song never really touched me, but it touched. Well, R. Kelly, his songs touched me,
Remember
but
starting
R.
with
Kelly
Ivy?
himself. Okay. Can you still catch Miguel with the? Or do
Yeah,
you
yeah,
catch
no,
both
it's not
of
in the
them?
way. We made sure.
Right now, we're on you.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead, Bobby.
Okay.
Okay, well, it really depends on what I want to feel, as you were saying. For example, if I'm at the gym or if I'm getting ready for like a certain thing, I don't know, I just go between like, I don't know, like a roller coaster of like different like music genres. And it really depends, like, even on the season of the year, things like that. Like, for example, at the beginning of this year, I was vibing a lot with super like hip hop gangster music, like old hip hop, like Tupac and stuff. Like that was my first song of the year. I was
Speaking
like,
of Tupac,
fuck yeah.
did you hear that Suge Knight's interview?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, you guys gotta listen to it.
All right.
You guys are falling behind.
Facts.
Go ahead, continue.
Okay. And if I wanna kinda like be like a cry baby, depending on the matter, I will go with maybe like some pop music or some more like old like 60s, 70s like Spanish music, mostly because it reminds me of my dad.
You put some temerarios or something?
Temerarios, not really, but
What do you put?
you know, like
Cookies. No.
Julio, Vicente Fernandez,
All
you
right.
know,
Oh,
yeah, something like that, or like, oh.
He's like, you don't know.
Son of a bitch.
He said,
No.
Or I don't know, like Julio Jaramillo, you know, some bolero, something like that. But it really depends. I also like, I don't know, alternative music. For some reason, when they're like very instrumental, I feel it touches my heart. Like there was like this song back in, I don't know, like 2022 that I will listen to every single time I will go to a hike. Because it was kind of like the soundtrack, you know, like the soundtrack of like me going
Like
through the
Eye of the
woods
Tiger,
and
huh?
stuff. Yeah, seriously.
I think we
When
could all
you're feeling
relate.
bummed out, is there a song that you put to lift your spirits up?
Yeah. I have a particular band actually that I really, really like. It's called Feng Suave. And they're like a super alternative, super chill music, very like melody-ish, kind of. They're super cute. They're a cute band, and I got to see them on live, and that was completely out of a body experience, because I got to see them, and they were as good on live as they are on their, music.
The records.
The records.
Nice.
So yeah, I was like, oh wow, like.
That's nice.
Yeah, I really like music in general. What about you? What can you tell us?
Me? Were we skipping Elijah?
No.
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 Elijah's always
He talks. Yeah, he talks by himself. Like he's gonna steal the word at some
for
point.
me, it really depends. Like you said, the mood. I listen to metal when I'm at the gym or when I want to feel angry. Because
Okay.
there are times where you need to feel angry. And,
Of course.
I love just the fast guitar. Yeah, exactly. Dude, you get into that fucking mindset, you just want to destroy shit. But it, like when I'm mellow, the reggae, obviously when I'm on the herb as
Okay.
well. Like I said, when,
some Bob Marley.
exactly, some sticky
Rastafari,
fingers, some,
Yeah, okay.
Cool. I like that.
Bomba clot.
Yeah, but as far as songs that like make me feel emotion, that would probably be things that remind me of my family, my grandma.
Yeah,
Passing when she
definitely.
passed, there were certain songs we played at her.
What kind of songs does she used
the
to listen to?
old stuff like Pedro Infante.
Okay.
Things
yeah.
like that.
Javier Solís and stuff.
Cositas malas.
Yeah.
But yeah, stop, you're gonna make me cry.
No, that's not the song. And even then, he's not in tune. No, but I listen to everything. Anyone who's taken a road trip with me will let you know. Like, I listen to everything from hip hop to heavy metal to classical.
Hell yeah, this dude's playing Power Rangers.
Yeah, I have Power Rangers on my freaking thing.
That shit is bomb.
I did.
Dude, it is fucking hits. Yeah, exactly. Mighty Morphin.
I remember
Exactly, right? Because I listen to everything because it's all awesome. I have anime soundtracks in there, and music is medicine
yeah.
for the soul. I always say, and there's not one medicine that's a cure-all.
Right.
So why would you only listen to one thing?
Right. You know, it's funny that you say that about remembering family.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I was watching the Coco movie, and
Mama Coco?
No, Mama Coco.
Coco. There's that song where the grandma sings when they're, in the underworld. And
La
it just
Llorona?
yes.
Oh,
So I
I
heard
have that song on my playlist too.
That song gave me chills because it's like it reminded me so much of my grandmother. It had a similar tone, a similar tune. I never heard that song in particular, but it was
There's
the beat, the
something.
tone. I was like, God, my grandmother used to listen to music like that. So
And I still listen to it because,
I
yeah.
I don't even speak Spanish,
my
and
cousin.
It
me.
transports you.
Yeah.
It does.
Even if you
100%.
haven't lived on that, it's just like
Exactly.
the glimpse of something, like
Yep.
that you maybe didn't even live, but
Yep, that's
I don't
true.
know, it's beautiful.
Over here ready to cry.
What about
We're gonna go over there. To
Okay.
Jacob
All
Dexter.
right, Jacob, what's
Well, let's start with Jacob because I have a question because you actually made music, right?
Oh,
so
that's true.
How was
That's why we gotta get Jacob.
Yeah.
That's why we gotta get Jacob last because he made music. Jacob literally made music, and he still has some songs to this day.
Bangers.
I
We got
believe it.
camera
I
on right
believe
now.
it. Okay, so what was the kind of music that would make you feel? I want to know this before we get. What was the kind of like that got you in your feelings that you wrote? Because that's even deeper than something that just hits you
Yep.
from the outside.
Exactly.
Because
Yeah.
this is you pouring yourself into the song.
Damn.
I know, I gotta say.
Yeah, I think Jacob should go last
All right.
because we got a lot of questions for Jacob. I feel like I got more questions because he made music. So even us telling us how we feel about music,
Yeah, no,
I have
it's-
a lot
it's
of
different
questions for
perspective than
Jacob.
someone that makes it,
Because
yeah.
he made it,
That makes sense.
and not only did he make it, like he brought a lot of people together. I feel like when it
All
comes
right,
to like
believe it,
making
so-
music, like a lot of people like connected.
All right. So we'll have you last.
So yeah, so my bad. I don't mean to like cut him off, but I feel like we should go to Dexter. Dexter brought up a good point still, but yeah, and then I'll go next, and then I feel like we should jump to Jacob.
Yeah. So for me, music, of course, it's like it's love, it's happiness, it's sadness, it's like everything. Like any emotion that I want to feel, I can bring that out through music. And I'm like Miguel. I go all over the place. I grew up in Spanish Fork, Utah. Like little country town. So I get down to some country. I get down to some old schools, throwing some Isleys. You know what I mean? Some old school rock. Like I literally go everywhere just because of my environment that I grew up in. But it's definitely something that I couldn't do without. You know, like music is like. It's like water. Like I just need it. Like even
I relate.
when my soul is dehydrated, that's what rehydrates me. You know,
I was
is the
messing with
music. So, but yeah, right now, I'm actually listening to like some like older rock. I won't say older rock, older to this generation, but you know, something like 3 Days Grace and stuff.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah,
bringing
3
out
Doors Down as well, yeah.
bringing out like different emotions in me that I've been feeling lately too. You know,
They hit
so it's
different.
nice. Yeah, it's kind of more of like it's weird, like an aggressive, but not like mean. You know what I mean? Like
Assertive.
I wish we
Yeah,
could play
sort of.
everybody's music that they're talking about.
I know, right?
I know what they're saying.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
music to me is life for sure.
I feel like right now, and if you know, you know, when it comes down to the music getting played, because so when I grew up, being in Utah, I got to listen to everything because we had a station called The Box, and when you had The Box, what it was music videos and everything.
Oh,
You could
yeah.
request some
Everything.
fucking
Yep,
things.
you
That
could
was
request,
awesome.
and it was just on television, but it had a short lived. The thing is, they played everything from rap music, from Nellyville to freaking Fall Out Boys, and
Celine Dion.
right, and they played everything on this, so you got used to it.
Just wait for your request to show up because you call it in.
Yeah, and there was no one to say your music was trash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So because I didn't have like a certain genre, I listened to Fall Out Boys. I listened to super emo music. I listened to rap music, hard rap. What was it? Dang, the late nights. What was
Slow
late
jam,
night rap?
Sunday
No.
night.
Not just slow night. Yeah, and on Sunday it was Sunday night slow jams. You know what I'm saying? Like especially
8
man,
o'clock?
if you met a girl on the weekend and brought her to hang out with you on Sunday night slow jams,
Some Barry White
yeah,
playing.
right? You know what I'm saying? Baby, how you doing? Type of stuff. But then when you had like Fall Out Boys and you just like
One movie.
trying to
move your shit.
Okay.
but then super emo music, and then what we have Slim Biscuit and stuff.
Limp Bizkit. Yeah,
Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit.
I can't remember everybody.
That's funny you said that. I just got out of like my little emo phase I was going through. Yeah. I just, was feeling some type of way at the beginning of the year. It was on my emo shit for a little bit.
Right, and it be like that. Like when you're in an environment where you have like mix of everything, you have a mix of everything, and
Which is great.
and it changed your emotions so
quick.
much, yeah,
So quick,
like
yeah.
all around. And then I have like all my Latin friends where it's like, bro, you can dance to this, but I don't understand not a dang thing. I be knowing the words and everything.
Should watch
One
it.
thing I love about music though, like I don't understand Spanish at all, but you put some Romeo Santos on, and I can feel what he's saying. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I understand right now.
Yeah,
You
it
feel the
happens
heartache
to me
through the
with
song.
like
Yeah.
French rap
In the
and stuff.
night.
I don't get a shit what they're saying, but I just feel like they're so gangsta, dude.
Yeah.
And I love it.
She's like, I don't even know
Yeah,
that
like,
music.
oh yeah.
But bust that 187.
Facts. No, music makes you feel so many different types of ways, and when it comes down to it, like I don't know what I would do without music. Like I don't have to understand the lyrics of a song to know that this person is pouring their heart out by the volume of their voice. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or
But-
the tone.
Yeah,
The
the
aggression
tone,
behind it, the
volume.
kindness behind it. It's all context. You don't have to understand because a lot of what we say is not even said through language.
Right.
Well, it's what do you call it? Nonverbal language. right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so that in itself, so to get some kind of emotion from just verbal, that's impressive.
And,
Oh, man.
When you do put two different types of music together, it goes hard too.
Sometimes they can,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? If you do it
fusions?
right,
Yeah.
you have to
Yeah.
Like Linkin Park.
Get with
Linkin Park,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Maria.
Stuff like that. So it's just like, there's bangers, and it's like when two cultures come together, and you mix it right.
Prince Royce and
Yeah,
Usher.
you got
Promise.
Nelly and his country little thing he did. You know what I'm
Country people,
saying?
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So.
All right, now I actually want to hear the perspective of someone who makes made music.
What
makes,
is music?
And could still be making music.
Yeah, makes. Yeah. Once you start, you never stop. Right? It's like riding a bicycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So.
Well, it's just different. Like with me, it was kind of like. So like I grew up in the church, so it was like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying. And so a lot of the people that you hear that sing or anything, they come from church, like Luther, you know what I'm saying, Bruno Mars,
Fantasia.
Anderson .Paak, Fantasia,
Okay.
R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying.
Ruben Studdard.
He wasn't attending. He was only there for
The
singing.
gospel, like the.
I mean, just because they started from gospel don't mean they did God's work.
No, but you can find inspiration anywhere.
Yeah.
But a
So.
lot of them too, though, like I said, it's just a natural voice for them.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? My mom can sing and all that stuff. So it's just like, because remember we used to go to Sunday school lessons. I mean, was it Sunday school lessons or whatever? It was where they would practice or whatever, and they be doing like the silliest stuff, like, you know what I mean? Or, you know what I'm saying? Stupid shit. We used to sit there and do it, but you know what I mean? It's pitch correction and stuff like that.
I used to also tell people that whenever you see like a dance move, it started from a church. All black people would go to church, and where you pick up the most dance moves is when you see everybody doing church stuff. Even the dances now that you're seeing, like the Afrobeat dances.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, go to a church.
Bro, when you said that, the first scene that popped into my mind was "Don't Be a Menace to Society," where they're breakdancing at the church, and the old lady breaks out of the fucking window.
But it's so true. It's so true because they just move, and when you see those moves, the moves you pick up, the moves you like the most, you play with, you act, you make it funny, and then the next thing you know, you're
It's
in
a
the middle of the
fucking-
dance floor,
You're
and
doing
you're
your
just
shit.
like even crumping.
Yeah.
Even crumping. It was just like, yeah.
Yeah, I remember Crump.
Even crumping was just like they literally show worship throughout the movie of Rise. Like I didn't even think about that right now, but they literally show you're doing you're going to the church Rise. And they're like. And it's like yes, and then it's like it's the volume of the music and
But the vibe.
the setting of the music that's like changes what the vibe is. So when you're in church and it's like joyful, and then it's like dun dun.
All right. Okay.
It changes
That
only
influenced
a little
you.
bit.
Yeah.
A lot.
For sure.
The church.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But it was different, you know what I mean? Like, so with music, how I feel is like, I don't know, like when I write music, you gotta go off of like the feel of the beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of times, you know what I mean, you never know. Like,
But where do you find your lyrics to your music? Because I'm sure you also write the lyrics to it, right? Or do you just
Yeah.
make the beats?
No, I don't make the beats. I steal the beats. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
called
Like that, I do on
sampling.
YouTube,
It's
'cause-
called sampling.
Yeah. But like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I would always like because it's just different feels. Like, if I was trying to make a song to a female, I'd play like some like Chris Brown or like Kid Ink or something because you get that type of beat. You know what I'm saying? K-Camp or something like that. And then if you try to do something serious, you know what I mean? A lot of people want to like redo history with stuff, you know what I'm saying? So they'll put on like Shorty Swing My Way or, you know what I mean? You hear a lot of the songs now that are remixed.
Yeah,
And it's
of
like
course,
sometimes I'll be like, why you remix it? But, you know, you can't touch the original, but it's still like that feel of it when you hear it. Like, don't you hear music and it takes you back to the 90s, like the childhood?
Yeah,
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You hear Lil Wayne, you think
Some of my
about the
favorite songs are
2000s,
remixes,
right? You know what I'm
or like
saying?
reimaginings
So
of
first-
that song.
I have like two questions. So I want to know, do you have any songs that you've made on your phone? But if you do, I want you to play one if you're okay with it. And we'll just play a little bit of it. But we never got to hear how you feel about music. And then I want to know when it comes to how it inspired you.
Yeah.
Influence.
How did you how did that make you make this song? Like, how did you start to write and be like, you know what, these lyrics
The
go
creative
with
process.
this beat.
So for the people who don't know, you would be a rapper, right? You do a little singing in there as well, right?
A
But
rapper.
primarily, like, you know.
Sorry. Sorry, you guys haven't seen The Office. Yeah, I'm being an asshole. Sorry. But, continue.
But yeah, so, all right, so what was the question?
So how do you feel about music? What does music do to you? And
Let's start with that one.
Yeah.
Let's start with that one.
So how I feel about music, like I said, it touches the soul. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What do you listen to get your emotions
Oh my
going?
god, like,
Can't drink no more.
oh god.
Answer your questions.
man,
How do you feel about music?
Oh my god.
basically it explains how you feel. Sometimes you can listen to something and it's like when you feel it more, like when it hits the soul, you know what I'm saying? You want to play it and it's like it catches attention. And that's what I love about music, because most of the time, every time I'm going through something, there's a song that comes on, and I'm always like, this is my song, this is the song of the year, or this is my dedication song, you know what I'm saying? So like, for prime example with that, like, every time I go through a breakup or something like that, you see what I'm saying? Or there was like a female that I missed, you know what I'm saying? I would always have a Drake song on, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knows, like, you know what I mean? Drake will put you back in that vibe or something like that. And that's why, like, I always would listen to him before he was even famous. Because every time he would come out with a song, I'm like, man, this is my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? He said exactly what I feel. So, you know what I mean? Or if I got in a relationship and broke up with a girl and I was just like, man, forget her, I'll play some Future. You know what I'm saying? Because Future just makes you feel like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got to worry about this. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's more out there type stuff. So, like, I can't really say what I would listen to unless it was like, what emotion was you in at this time? You get what I'm saying? So, like I said, I listen to everything. And, like, a lot of times music that would make me cry was, like, gospel music. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I had to grow up on that. So, and you know what I mean? It was like you just felt guilty when there was, like, a certain song that, like, hit you. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody can pick me up. But then you'll hear something that's like, you know what I'm saying? The road ain't over. This is, like, a challenge for you. You know what I mean? Believe in God. Something like that, to where it's like, you know what? It's cool. So, you know what I mean? It can change your mood from, like, anything you listen to.
Yeah, give you like the strength to keep going.
Do you find something that there's like a particular genre that when you hear it makes you inspired to write? Like if you hear like, you know, love songs, you hear a love song and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I think it's like I said, where you're at. So right now I like to listen to a lot of motivational music. Something that actually has substance. You know what I'm saying? Like
who?
I go back and forth like Rex Life. A lot of people don't know about Rex Life Raj. But when he raps, he talks about things that are actually like everybody can relate to. He ain't flashing jewelry, he ain't talking about stuff that we don't have. You know what I'm saying? He'll be riding a bike rapping. You know what I'm saying? And it's just super basic, like riding down the street. And the whole time he's just riding down the street, and it's just going in slow motion. You just seeing his lips move, talking about like real stuff. No Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Talking about like real shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's really just where you're at. Like nowadays, a lot of people listen to motivational quotes.
Oh,
Because it's talking about, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? Because it talks about what's going on and something to keep you going. Like,
Word
instead
of power.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
power in words.
being impeccable with your words. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I love that. For agreements, yes,
But
definitely.
yeah, so you know what I'm saying?
I love
Like,
that.
yeah, this is, man, I can go on for days. There's many different ways of like explaining music because there's no particular thing that you can say. You can say anything.
Can you tell me of one song that you just heard the beat and you're like, I have to do something for this song? And what was it about?
So I did a song called Stop the Violence.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that was like a time where it was just nothing but police brutality. Like, and it was like, that's when it was crazy because a lot of people like, it was like when the George Floyd stuff happened, but it was way before that. Right. And I wanted to get it on the news because I was like, you know, this is talking about something like another black man just got killed, another black person, this and that. That's the type of stuff they don't show on the news. You know what I'm saying? To minorities. So it was like, what I did was when I heard the beat, it just felt like something that was like a protest. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's time to protest. So what I did was I grabbed a lot of different clips and it just showed like a whole bunch of videos that people ain't seen, like that one dude that got killed in the car when he was trying to reach for his insurance and he got shot. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So what I did was I kind of put that in my music video. Like there was a cop sitting there and I'm like rapping it out, you know what I'm saying? Trying to say what he's saying type stuff, but you know what I mean? I can't, like, I'm just feeling like somebody has to speak, you know what I'm saying? And what sucks is like when you get somebody that's like a leader or something, like when they make a good song or somebody that's an influencer or what's the word I'm looking for?
Someone with clout, basically. You know?
No, not even that, because it ain't even clout. It's just somebody that, like, I don't know, like Nipsey Hussle.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? When
Someone
Nipsey
who
died,
has some kind of sway in society.
so, yeah, for sure. Because you got to think when he died, nobody really listened to him like that. Once he died, it was like, this dude was really hard.
I will tell you,
He's really
I
saying
didn't know of him until, unfortunately, he got shot.
You know what I'm saying? And it was sad, but you hear a lot of his music, he talks about stuff like that. You know, he has a song called Bigger Than Life, and he talks about, you know, another black person that's going to kill him. And it sucks because it happened like Tupac. Tupac knew he was going to die. Right before he died, bro, he played Death Around the Corner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. And a lot of times you got to be careful with what you say because you can bring it to life. Think about every rapper that said that they was going to die.
Yeah.
They did.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
I'm gonna always make songs called "I'ma Live Forever."
So do you?
I'm a millionaire.
I'm gonna dodge them bullets.
So do you have a favorite song of yours that, like, just creating it, or like the time and moment was just like epic to you?
What's your favorite baby? Yeah. What's your favorite baby?
Yeah,
man?
so I got a song that Cuz knows, and I never brought it out. You know what I'm saying? And we grew up at the Boys and Girls Club, and we had two friends that was like, that kept all of us there. So everybody that, you know what I'm saying, shout out Murray Boys and Girls Club, you feel me? Like,
Yeah.
people that really know, like, that's what grew us up. So we had two friends that passed away. We had a friend named Jeremy that was like, he was like the puzzle to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like the heartbeat and everything. And he ended up dying in a car crash from in Park City on his birthday. You know, the day before his
The
birthday.
day before, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like he was just turning 16 and everything, and you know what I mean, he ended up passing. So like it shook a lot of people to where people stopped going to the Boys and Girls Club. You see what I'm saying? But and then we had another one named Aaron. You know what I'm saying, that we was real close to. You know what I mean? And he ended up getting shot. So with that right there was probably the last thing that everybody started separating after that. It was just like it's not the same. But when we see each other, it's like, you know what I mean, we go back to that time and it's just like, you know what I mean, we get chills from those experiences because that's really what brought us together. You know what I'm saying? And people change throughout the years. Like, music's changing. You see what I'm saying? Like, the music in this new generation, like, I'm not gonna lie, is very depressing. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, when I listen to some of it, I'm like, push me to the edge. All my things are there. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And it's just like, but you don't realize how many people have influences and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like Juice WRLD. Everybody talks about Juice WRLD. I didn't used to listen to Juice WRLD like that. I'm like, dog, you talking about wanting to slowly die and taking all these drugs and stuff like that. Now that he's gone, I'm like, dude, this really, you know what I'm saying? And then I meet a lot of kids that are like, you know what I mean? That's my idol.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I look at Nipsey like that's my idol.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't understand that until he died. So now they're like, okay, you know what I mean?
I have a question.
So,
Yeah.
Do you plan on making more music?
Yes.
Activist, sorry, I didn't mean to
yes.
cut you out. That's what it was, activist, and I was trying to say that.
Activist.
But man, it's crazy because it's like it's in me. Like when I hear, it's more of like I'm not motivated to do it. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool seeing everybody else come up because it's like it's different. You know what I mean? Like think about it. Nobody from Utah has blew up.
Right.
But then you got a lot of people that are dope. You know what I'm saying? And they're like legends in your eyes out here, but they never got heard. So. Like, and then you just see that, like, you really got to stay dedicated with it, you know what I'm saying? And for me, once I have my son, it kind of like, I still would do it, but I can't, like, I get writer's block a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like crazy.
Hey man, it's not a race. You can still do it part time at your leisure. At your leisure.
Yeah. I mean, I still be wanting to do it sometimes for sure, you know what I mean? But I think if I
You
get
like mess around and freestyle,
Dude, yeah.
or you're not even doing that right
I
now?
ain't even doing that. You know what I'm saying? But no, I mean, I feel it though, because sometimes there'll be times where I'm like, shoot, just let me jump in. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know what I mean? Like, the music's gonna always be there. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's in me.
All right.
But,
He might get one of those songs where it's just like Juice WRLD, you know, like you can't relate to it until you're in it.
Yeah.
What was the I don't know if it was the Mona Lisa, but there's art that, or no, Mozart. There's music that
Wasn't appreciated.
it wasn't appreciated in their time, but let years go by and then people are listening to it and it's like,
Motherfucker
this
was
is
a
just
genius.
what I needed
Yeah.
to soothe the water of the ocean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they relate to it. When they relate to it, it just needs to be out there.
Yeah.
Because when the right person find it, and the right era plays it, it gets listened to, and it's just like, well, who was this person of this time? It wasn't
Yeah,
appreciated.
and that's
at
the
the time.
beauty of the art. It's like it's atemporal, you know. It always.
That's how I
gets-
feel about Bone Thugs. I feel like they had great music.
Boom, boom,
They were
boom,
big,
boom,
but I
boom.
feel like they would have been way bigger in today's era, where it's you can get away with kind of like even though they weren't mumble rapping, they were just rapping fast. But
It wasn't mumbling though.
harmonizing.
you know, but I feel like that would have hit a lot more in era versus our era, where we're like, you know.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
So, one of you guys touched on this just recently. You know, you said some of the songs sometimes are too sad or whatever, and sometimes you stumble into music. A lot of times we look for music, right, to make us feel a certain way. But sometimes you just run into something. And this weekend I was at the gym and, you know, just working out, whatever. I was done with my workout. I went to the sauna, and normally I listen to just some calm music or whatever. And I noticed that there was a new song from Joyner Lucas. I like Joyner. I think it's dope. And I think it's called Best for Me.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have heard it. It just
Is
came
it with
out.
Jelly Roll?
With Jelly Roll, yes, sir.
Okay.
And the song is about dealing with an addict. You know, a family member, a loved one that might be an addict. And we all have our vices, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so, but some, you know, for some reason take it to a different extreme. And I started listening to the song. I didn't know what it was until I listened to it. And there was a part that he said in the song where he says, where is it? I have it right here. Because it just hit me different. He said, right here, oh shoot, I had it and I lost it.
And I didn't know about Jelly Roll, by the way, until
Oh.
the Netflix thing. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, he good.
Who's
That
a good
guy's
boy?
good.
It was my friend's daughter, like a 7-year-old, 8-year-old, was like, I went to his concert. I'm like, I don't even know who Jelly
Yeah.
Roll is.
Yeah, I didn't know. Honestly, I had my shit on just like a
Nope, I know
random
Peanut Butter and Jelly.
playlist. And he came on the other day, and I was like, I gotta save this song. You know? So.
So there was this part that Joyner says, he says, again, talking about the person who is an addict, because Joyner is coming from he has 2 point of view. The point of view of the person dealing with the addict, and then the point of view of the addict. So he does the both, like that song, I'm Not Racist, you know how he plays both roles?
Yeah.
So he does the same on this song, and he says, you know, what the fuck happened to you? You're losing the fight. I never thought I'd see the day that you let addiction ruin your life. And when I was sitting there, it hit me because I have someone I know who I love who's in that situation. And when I heard that, it hit me a different way because I was like, I want to say that to this person, you know, a lot, because I feel like that. Like, how is it that you're losing this fight? But then he plays the other side, the side of the addict. And this is the part that kind of broke me down at that moment, which is the part where he says, and how you gonna tell me addiction is not a disease? Fuck do you mean? It's not a disease, then why has it gotten to me? And a lot of times we only see it from our perspective. Yeah. We never see it from their perspective.
Right.
Sure.
And that is what hit me that day, because I'm like, it is true. I don't get it. Like, I love this person, but I don't know what to do. I don't know how he feels.
Yeah.
Like, I just see maybe how he feels, but it's not the same. Like, I don't know what his inner struggle is. Sure. I know my struggle. I'm frustrated, right? Because I see him, you know.
We all fight different demons.
Exactly, but
we don't look at others' demons.
Exactly, and so that's why I wanted to bring the topic, because, again, I was just sitting there, I heard the song, I played it like 3 different times, and all 3 different times just make me tear up, because it just reminded me of this particular situation.
And you know what? Back to Juice WRLD. The reason why I couldn't relate to him at first is because I never went through something where I buried myself to get away from everything else. You know what I mean? It was, I ignored everything that I was going through and act like it wasn't existent. And a lot of people do that, and they don't relate to them ignoring the simple fact that they got problems going on, and they're ignoring it and ignoring it, and it's building up. In Juice WRLD, it's saying, I'm facing it, but I'm facing it my own way.
Yeah.
So a lot of his songs says, I'm facing it, but I'm facing it my own way. And if you can't relate to that, it's because a lot of times people don't face their problems. A lot of times people ignore their problems. Yeah. And in Juice WRLD, he's saying, I'm facing it, but I'm facing it my own way. You can face it your own way. Doesn't have to be like Juice WRLD did.
Right.
You can face it in a different way, but once you finally face those problems, like literally face it head on, then you might feel like it's going to a downward spiral because you're literally facing those problems. And when you face certain problems, you're gonna go down before you go up because it's not easily getting fixed.
I literally have a playlist on my phone that's called "Going Through It" mix because there's certain music that's like, all right, the only way fucking through it is through it. You know,
Right.
like you can't
Right.
jump over it, you can't skip it. You just gotta go through that shit. And music definitely helps because
Right.
it keeps you, at least gives you that tether.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I know I'm going through
I
this,
feel
but
like
I know I'm fucking tethered.
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of that sense of feeling understood. You know, something that kind of like put on perspective what are you going through, and you feel like, oh my god, like I'm not the only one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know,
And
and there's
music's
also
great for
like
that.
someone who can put all of their talent to do something as great as music. You know,
Yeah.
too.
Well, and that's
Yeah.
how that song kind of hit me, you know, like, yeah, I feel that way, but then it's like, oh, shoot. Like, I never thought about.
About the other,
This
yeah, the other
exactly.
perspective.
Yeah.
So it opened
because
up your whole
Yeah.
Yeah.
thought
Just-
process
yeah.
just by lyrics
Yeah.
and
yeah,
the songs,
because
which is
you
dope.
need to
Yep.
you need to have a lot of compassion, you know,
Yeah.
for the other person to understand where are they coming from.
Yep.
And just put yourself on the side, even though you're the person handling with someone with an addiction. You need to try to go deeper into what are they going
Right.
through, what were the decisions or the traumas or the situations that had
Right.
put them into that. Like,
Yeah.
for me, from a perspective of someone who has dealt with someone with an addiction for like pretty much my whole life, I feel like, yeah, of course you go through like different stages where you are kind of like just going with the person through it, and until you get to certain maturity, and after all the fights and all the denial that you go through, then you get to see, like, I don't know, like there's a point, like a breaking point where you see through their soul, and you're like, wow, like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry for being so hard on you, because
Right.
you are also being so hard on yourself.
Right.
And that's what you're going through an addiction.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
know?
that's how that song hit.
And that's what, when you start like looking back in their life, in their different things that they have gone through, and you're like, oh fuck, like, makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know how I will be coping with these things
Yeah.
too, if I had gone through the same things.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to listen to that song.
Yeah.
Because he definitely got a lot of songs, and if he has one on his phone that he can like play just some of the lyrics, I'd definitely like to play it on the speaker. But a rhetorical question is, when it comes to like actually being at church. So when I grew up, there was always a time where I was at church where it was like, I don't care what's going on or anything like that, but I'm ready to hear the choir. I'm ready to hear them stand up and sing. The crazy thing is, church could be boring, the preacher can preach, all this other stuff can go on, but when the choir gets up, they'll sing a song, and those songs be like connecting to my soul, and they say the right things, the wrong things, or whatever they want to say. The crazy thing is there's gonna be some lyrics in that song that I relate to.
Is there a
Heard
song?
1,000 songs.
Is there a song?
It could be joyful, greater than I am. It could be Mary Had a Little Lamb, all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I was just wondering if you had a
yeah.
song, because when you were just saying that, I remember of a song in particular. That's why I was like, do you have one
yeah.
that you're like,
But that's the thing though. When you're in a setting, you can have your playlist. You can have like when we grew up, we had our little playlist. The thing is, we might forget a song, and that song might be exactly what we're going through at the time. And when that song comes on, like it hits us different. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just like, dang, I remember this. And if it's like we need that that sorrow type stuff, we're gonna feel that. But if we need that 50 Cent in the club, we need that too, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
And it's
man.
like it
Yeah.
hits 21 questions, you know what I'm saying? That 21
Yeah.
questions come on with your girl right next to you. You just be like, I don't even know how to change the subject, but I really know this. Love me now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm struggling, girl. You know what I'm saying? I can't buy you everything and I can't pay for everything, but when that 21 questions come on, it hits different.
let me ask you something, because you have a special relationship with music.
I thought you was gonna say extra chromosome or something.
You got that as well.
I'll never do that. But you have a special relationship with music, especially when you're at your festivals.
Oh yeah.
Tell us more about that.
Okay, so I really gotta pee right now. I've been waiting for the camera to get out for me so I can like leave. But no, when I'm
Hey,
at
we're
my music
almost done. 10
festival,
minutes, baby.
oh dang. So when I'm at my music festivals, it's noise. So when people say they don't like house music or techno music or EDM music, it's like everyone has their music. They just don't know. They just don't know what genre they're into. But every artist, rap, Taylor Swift, I don't know what she is, but no matter what genre it is, there's EDM music that covers it. And when you're at a music festival, you will jump around to dubstep. I'm dubstep. It's hard music. It has rap in it. It has lyrics in it. Everything. It has rock in it. And then there's even harder EDM dubstep music for that hard rock. The thing is, when you're listening to it, it breaks down the lyrics, and then it says "be free." And when it says "be free," it breaks down a beat that just keeps hitting you. So those lyrics will stay in your head while that music is just coming at you, pulsating, and you feel different.
Yeah.
So when I'm at this thing that they be like, "Oh, that's white people stuff," really, there's so many black people there, and when those black people connect to it, most of them are doing successful in life because they're letting that inner energy in. It's an energy that says be free. This is what's been on your mind. The DJ has literally captured that sound, captured those lyrics that says this is what you've been through. I know this person is the person you relate to. Now listen to the music and just let it go. So when I'm at those EDM festivals and those music festivals, I'm listening to the things I like to hear, but I'm listening to how someone that I can relate to switched it up to let me feel like I'm more freer. I'm also on drugs, so
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
so
Well, that's why I brought it
So,
up.
yeah.
You talked about how it feels a little bit different.
yeah.
'Cause
Let
the drugs
somebody
hella
else talk about that. I really gotta pee. I'm out.
So
I'll be
yeah, with
back.
that one, I could definitely say like, because he took me to my first one, and like I ain't even gonna lie, when I first was here like about rave, I'm thinking it's like I don't know, like some weird stuff, people having sex on the dance floor, like, crazy shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's not like that. It really
No,
is.
when I went, excuse me. When I went, it was crazy because like my voice just changed. No, when I went, like everything changed for me. It was like, but it took me 3 times to actually understand it.
To actually vibe.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then after that, I was like, I'm a raver, you know what I mean? It's crazy because it was like, it just changed like everything. Like when he says you just let out that emotion, like it's so crazy because there's like beats that be saying stuff and you won't even realize it, and then they're saying exactly what you're saying, but yeah, they're saying exactly what you're feeling, but then they just let the beat breathe. And when you let the beat breathe, oh man, that shit will take over your body. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy because the beat controls your body. Like you think you ain't gonna move, but you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it could be some kicks in or whatever. Even I've seen sober people there.
And sometimes
beat
the
just
lyrics
takes
are
over.
super deep.
That's what
if
I'm
you
saying.
think about it, like they're so deep, they're so existential
And it's simple.
and simple.
It's
You
simple.
know,
It ain't
like
nothing
just
that's
like
too
one
much, you know what I
phrase,
mean?
and they just keep repeating it, repeating it, repeating it.
Yep.
They gotta
And
beat
you
it
see-
into you.
Yes, exactly. It's like
Therapy,
subliminal, you know? Subliminal, but very objective. Yeah.
And that's real. Because when I went, I couldn't stop talking. Like, it literally, but it was just energy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cuz
Was that the music or the drugs?
It was both. It was both, actually. Because, like I said, I've seen people that was there sober, and it's just like, it's so crazy because it's like how you feel. So everybody's like, you're in your own world. Like, some people will be over here because they don't feel it. But then people like will gravitate towards you that's going through the exact same thing
Yeah.
that you're going through. And then out of nowhere, you guys just start talking. And so that's like another thing. I learned that's why they do the bracelet thing. And I didn't know what that
the
was.
bracelet thing.
When I was chilling and, you know what I'm saying, somebody came up to me and was like, I want to get some. I'm like, what? The guy's like, just put your hand out. And it's like, you know what I'm saying, connect hands like this, and then you do a heart or something like that. And so it's like, and then they give you a bracelet. And it's somebody.
Sharing the vibes.
What's it called?
The
Blur.
the not
you can put it back over here.
Ninjutsu.
No, but
But it's like you just met that certain person for a reason, and like sometimes it's cool because there's been people that I met that literally was like on the edge of like, you know what I'm saying, seems like some suicidal stuff, and it's like crazy, like how would you feel to talk to me? And I would even be around them and be like, you alright? Don't even know who this person is, like you cool? And then they'll just be in their own world, but then like you guys will just start conversating. And literally the whole time you might just stay over there, just kicking it with that person, but you know, like you just met somebody for a reason. Like when you're there, it's like everything happened for a reason. You're here for a reason.
So
feels
It
intentional.
feels for a reason.
you
Yeah.
said it took you 3 times. So the third time, how did it feel?
Man, the third time I damn near wanted to cry. Like I ain't even gonna lie, just because it was like, you know what I'm saying, it was like a lot going on, but and it was like I was there with my brother, I was there with my cousin, and all them, and it was just like, this is exactly where I want to be, like right at this time with the right people. You know what I'm saying? I won't want to be nowhere else with nobody else, like, you know what I mean? And then we just got a deeper connection. It was just like, dang, like for life. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the things you can't even explain with the music playing, and y'all just being there. It's like,
It's like
you know what I mean?
it's like the perfect combo to just feel in the present moment.
Yeah.
And sometimes we just forget about it. Like on our day to day, we're just like doing things, but we don't get to realize that we're
You're not
always
on the
thinking,
moment.
you know, ahead, thinking ahead. And if we're not thinking on the future, we're thinking on what we did. And you know, like we're always like back and forth between like the past and the past and the future. But when you're in those events, you're just there. You're just feeling. You have all of your senses there, you know, and you get to see other people who's also, you know, getting to enjoy. It's just like a exchange of energy, and I don't know, it's beautiful.
sure.
Yeah, and so I want to talk about Plur, and I also want to talk about what they're talking about. Neither one of them, huh?
What is Blur?
All right, so Plur is the connection that he was talking about. Now, neither one of them has been to an overnight festival, I don't think.
No.
So when you camp,
What
the
do they
thing
do
is
that is-
day or night. So they've been to like ones where you turn up and at the end of the night you go home like 12 or 1. But the overnight festivals, you not only connect with people. I don't know if Coachella's camping and stuff.
No,
Okay.
Coachella has a camping events and stuff, you know.
Well, that's
So it has camping?
Yeah, if it has camping, it's overnight.
camping, and it
All right.
starts like at the next day.
Yeah, but it's its own
So-
party in the after, like the camping area.
Okay, so a music festival where it goes day and night. You don't have to leave. You don't have to go to sleep. They have
They always
they have
have a DJ.
everything.
Huh.
Yeah, they always have a DJ. It's one that I just went to with the Eclipse Festival. Day and night music was played. And day and night you're connecting with people, finding people. You don't have to go home. They have places where you can be alone by yourself. And you're never really alone. Like you may feel alone. You'll be spaced out, but really someone might connect to you even though you're spaced out. There's places where you can just sit with a group of people. That type of energy where people are trying to like get rid of all that stress. You're gonna feel it. Someone's gonna connect with you. You don't have to be a talkative person or anything, but those type of festivals is festivals I feel like people need to go to, because when you have the right intentions of just finding yourself, go to a rave, go to a music festival of finding yourself. When you have that intention, you're gonna have a successful night. If you have an intention where it's like, oh, I heard people have orgies, you're gonna have a bad night.
Gonna happen.
If you haven't, if you're gonna have the intention where it's like,
Right?
yeah, you like find yourself. It's like, hey, I just want to find myself. You will sit down and meditate, open up your eyes. There'll be 30 people around you. Like your energy said, come to you.
I
You
got
know
a
what I mean?
question. How did you find yourself on stage with Shaq?
All right, I got you.
I seen that
All right,
snap and I was like, no way. He
So
on
let me
stage.
first talk about Plur, right? Plur is peace, love, unity, respect. When you meet somebody that draw their energy to you or draw their attention to you, it goes peace. All right, so you start with the peace sign, love. So you make a heart, and then unity is flat. You're one, you're connected. A lot of people forget this one. They go from unity to, peace, love, unity. They go from unity to respect, because they think unity is when you like close your hands, but when it's respected, it's like you locked in that respect. You respect each other. And usually you have what they call candies, and you've made these, or someone made it for you, and you're passing it on to somebody else to say that now,
We're partying today.
yeah, now we are connected. I've given you something. You don't have to give it to me back, but if you want to, that's what it is. All right, so the partying with Shaq, that comes from I seen Shaq. I was like, I want to be on stage, and while I was there, I was like, I'm gonna make it happen. And Shaq was like, this little nigga. No, it's like, nah, that's literally how it felt. Like I was just like, man, I'm gonna get up on that stage with Shaq. And
you made it happen.
And I did some stuff to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Didn't have to like kill nobody or anything like that. You know, I had to bite some ankles and whatnot. But yeah,
Something.
Shaq seen me like 2 times do the exact same thing, and he was like, all right. Get him on the stage. I was like, yeah, he talking about me, and then he let me on that stage with him. I was like, this is Shaq. But yeah, I'll be following Shaq because he's a star. He's a black DJ that's already been famous before he was even known to be a DJ. So I was like, dude, this dude's doing incredible things. I have to get a picture with him. I have to get a video with him, and he allowed me to come up there with him. So
I remember how bummed you were when he canceled originally when he was
yeah, because I was definitely still like, I'm gonna follow him no matter what. And so I'm still going to Lost Lands. Hopefully he's at Lost Lands again.
You seen him twice, right?
Yeah, yep. But yeah, it's that energy. Sooner or later, I think music does draw energy too. But yeah, how much time we still got left? All right, well, that was our show for today. I know it was pretty quick. I know it went by quick. We had a lot to say, but thank you for watching Lost. Thank you for watching Minds of Nobodies.
He's like, I want to be Lost Lands.
You can find us on YouTube, Mind of Nobodies, TikTok, Facebook, Minds of Nobodies, Instagram, Minds of Nobody. And you were here with Elijah,
Fabi,
Dexter,
Miguel.
and you got Wands on the ones and twos. And we're going to be back next week, all time. We're on it. And next week, we're also going to be talking about astrology, signs, and other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get to know, right? Horrible scopes, all of that stuff.
All of it.
And we're gonna have all the females around. You know, they know more about that than us. You know, guys, we be like, it's
You
whatever.
can blame your shitty.
Learn your Chinese horoscope if you don't already.
Learn it. I know I'm a dragon. But yeah, we out.
I'm sorry.